Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here we go, here we go. Go, Lee, go.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And some room to maneuver. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour. And that is incomplete. Boy, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up fourth down.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3.
Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? As that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
The Browns at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
This defense for the Dolphins, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Watson on 3rd down.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll pick a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Let's go now.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Check contact, check contact.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back to throw again. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here we go.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Tackle 11. Tackle 11. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Looking to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. They'll set up a throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Watson on 1st down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, it's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Chubb on the counter. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Bradley Chubb there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Second and 14. Oh, looking for Ronald, but it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Watson. On the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the 50, it's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Second and 6. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. What did you see there, Charles, on that interception from the rookie?
They've shown him certain looks on defense throughout the 1st half, and they pulled the string here in the 2nd half because he got used to those looks, and they showed the exact same thing, but changed it up just a little bit where he thought something was open, and now with the change in defense, it no longer was.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Now on 2nd and 13, Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd and 9 now.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And some room to work.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what the
touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
69 yards.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Second and 5. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Okay,
A
ready?
full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
99 Broncos. Drop 50, drop 50.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go now.
From the 4, now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final? And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Miami,